Hey, what's up you guys? This is Kwak here, one of the Kwak brothers, and I have some critical updates as far as how the coronavirus is impacting HELOCs, home equity lines of credit. Welcome back everybody, and as you know, the coronavirus is here. President Trump has declared a national emergency.
For today, I am officially declaring a national emergency.
And the stock market isn't doing so hot right now, and the Federal Reserve has dropped their interest rate. So what does this all mean for home equity line of credit? So I'm going to break down what's going on, what's happening with the banks. Is home equity line of credit being effective right now? We're going to go and answer that question right in this video. Now, before I provide you guys the update, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel because we will be providing more video updates in the coming days about the coronavirus impact on real estate, personal finance, the economy, the whole 9 yards. And also, if you guys feel like this video has been valuable, be sure to hit the like button as well because it does help us a lot with our YouTube algorithm. Okay, so let's go and first talk about what happened over this weekend. This weekend, the Federal Reserve interest rate is now at 0%, and what's happened was the public perception is, hey, that means that the interest rate has dropped, therefore let's go and refinance and get HELOCs and home equity loan. Well, while the Federal Reserve rate is at 0, the banks are increasing what's called a marginal rate, which is the rate that they charge the difference between the Federal Reserve rate and what you see in terms of the interest rates that you will pay. So banks are increasing the marginal rate, trying to curb the demand and the onslaught of people trying to apply for loans, refinances, home equity line of credit. Now, certain banks that I know actually right now has closed all their loan applications as far as HELOCs and home equity loan, meaning they're not accepting new application. However, this does not mean that they're closing down or freezing or shutting existing home equity line of credit. In fact, most major banks are still operating normal as usual. It's just that a lot of the banks that don't have the human resources to process these applications, they're shutting down departments completely to keep the public from applying for these loans. Another thing that's happening right now, even with the major banks, is that their processing time with these loan applications have slowed down dramatically. In fact, I just got off the phone with a banker that we work with, and he's told me that the typical loan period and a normal schedule is about 30 days. Now, some banks are pushing it out to 90 days due to the onslaught and the demand of the loan applications that they're receiving. Bottom line right now, for new HELOC applications, things may be slower, it may take longer periods for you to get approved, and you might find some banks actually closing their HELOC and home equity loan department altogether to keep the public from applying for a new loan. Now, for those who already have a HELOC account opened, this does not mean that your HELOC is going to get frozen, terminated, or suspended at any time. I don't think that's happening just right now, but if things get even worse than it is right now, it is in the realm of possibility. Now, I created a whole separate video just about how to prepare yourself for a recession using a HELOC. You can go and see the full video right there above this video. But when it comes to your HELOC, here's some couple guidelines that I ask that you guys follow in case that a worst comes to worst scenario comes into play. First of all, the recommendation that I'm giving right now to our students and our clients is that to not exceed 30% of your home equity limit. And there's two reasons why. Number one, if you exceed that 30% limit on your home equity line of credit, it can have a negative impact on your credit and your utilization rate. Now, number two reason is that we don't want too much of our funds being stuck in the home equity line of credit account in case worst comes to worst happens. And again, it's not happening right now, but if the line is pushed constantly and we're looking at a total economic meltdown, it could have a possibility. So right now, if you want to take the precaution, my opinion is that you shouldn't exceed more than 30% of your home equity line of credit limit. Another opinion that I have is that don't exceed 70% loan to value on a given property. So if you have more than 70% in terms of your debt to your home value ratio, my opinion is to try to get your home paid off below that 70% mark. Now, to break down even further, what is this loan to value thing? Basically, if your home value is $100,000 and you owe $70,000, combining your home equity line of credit balance and your existing mortgage balance, let's say you have $70,000 of that, it means that you have 70% loan to value of the home. So my opinion is your combined debt on your home, it should be less than 70% of the total value of your home. And that's just my opinion to keep you guys protected from a possible meltdown and possible shutting down and suspension of a home equity line of credit. All that to say, to encourage you guys, the government is taking actions to make sure that you guys are protected, the consumers, so that there aren't any massive, loans and mortgages being foreclosed on. There are relief, and you can see some of the news articles right now that the Federal Reserve is releasing ton of liquidity, ton of cash into the economy right now, stimulated by the Federal Reserve. So there are measures that are being taken place to make sure that we don't end up in an economic apocalypse.
The action I am taking will open up access to up to $50 billion of very important and a large amount of money for states and territories and localities in our shared fight against.
So I hope that this video was helpful for you guys, and as I receive new updates and as I receive new information, I will be releasing videos out to you as soon as possible, as soon as I have them. And be sure, again, subscribe to your YouTube channel because you don't want to miss any updates, you don't want to miss any information that we're going to be sending out to you very, very soon. So I hope that this video was valuable to you guys. Make sure you hit like on the video, and I'll see you in another update.